Lineup for the Calvary Saints. At guard, 5'8" senior, 15, Devassi Washington. Guard, 6'4" senior, 12, Tyler Mulhall. Also a guard, 5'10" senior, number 10, Justin Turno. At forward, 6'6" senior, 32, Colin Mingo. And at the other forward position, 6'8" senior, 33, Clayton Whitlock. Head coach of the Calvary Saints is Jim Egan. The officials for the game, Art Moore, Tyreek Turan, and Adolph Montgomery.
Showtime, basketball time here at the Prairie Capital Convention Center on this Saturday morning. We get set for high school basketball, the first of 7 games being played here today. First of 7 varsity games, I should say. Saints, Calvary, 2 big boys, Mingo and Whitlock. A good shooter in Justin Turno. They were all starters on a Calvary team that made it to the sectional in 1A last year. Devassi Washington, their point guard, played off the bench last year. And Tyler Mulhall played a bench role a year ago, but he's in the starting lineup today for Jim Egan. Tell you what, Calvary can...
They got some height.
Play inside, can play outside.
Yeah.
They're going to see a little quickness here today against Cairo. Let's see how it goes.
And they're going to tip it up as Whitlock and Childs jump it up at center court and moving from right to left. It is the home-tested Calvary Saints in their white jersey. They threw it out of bounds in the baseline. Cairo is definitely road-tested here, Tim. They had a 2.5-hour plus drive. They got to go back as soon as they eat and play at DuQuoin tonight against Warfield, and they have it in the half court to our right. Top of the key with a basketball, it is Mark Jones, the 6'1" senior, in the corner. A 3-ball on the way by Jalen Childs. Make that Herschel Graham, who's the 6'4" senior. He had 27 last night in the loss to DuQuoin, and he buries his first 3, and it's 3-0 Cairo.
Yeah, I think he was 7 of 10 on threes in that game.
With the basketball for Calvary, top of the key, a long 2 with a foot on the line. Colin Mingo, the 6'6" senior, averages 15 points, and it's 3-2 Cairo with a lead, and a travel out front as Mark Jones tried to make a move on Justin Turno defending in the front court. So the Saints will have it right in front of us here, side court at the Prairie Capital Convention Center, the 7th annual Sports Radio 1450 Shootout. With the ball, it's Tyler Mulhall guarded by Jones across the timeline. He was hounded and forced a errant pass to the side. It was tipped out by Cairo, and the Saints will have it back. 7:03 to play here, first quarter. Cairo with a 1-point lead on a made 3 by Herschel Graham. Turno with a basketball for the Saints, plays it out top to Clayton Whitlock. Whitlock, a 6'8" senior, averages 14 points a game. Handoff to Tyler Mulhall. Lob pass inside from Mingo to Mulhall. That won't, or to Whitlock rather. That won't go. Off the back of the iron. Rebound Cairo, and here come the Pilots with it. Devin Mayfield, the sophomore, who Tim has only played a couple of games because he was in a car accident, had 15 points last night and a turnover underneath, and this has been a sloppy start to this one.
Alan Crothard picked up the foul on a reach-in. The ball was batted loose by Turno in the lane. Calvary got the takeaway, and then the foul committed after that takeaway. So give the ball over to Calvary off the first foul of the game.
Pilots looking for their first win of the season. They only play 6 home games all year. Out front with a basketball, moving from the left wing. Inside, it goes. Colin Mingo's shot won't go. Got his own rebound, put back up and in.
Mingo had played high-low last trip with Whitlock, and Whitlock had a ball roll out, pop out. This time, Mingo goes inside. His shot comes out, but he puts it back up and in.
Half-court trap inside. It goes, and Devin Mayfield takes it to the basket. Got his own rebound. No. Second one up, no good. Throws it off of a Calvary Saint player as he was falling out of bounds, and the Pilots will have it underneath their own bat. Nope, they're going to reverse the call, and it'll be Calvary basketball going the other way. 5:59 to play first quarter. The home Calvary Saints with a 4-3 lead. Quickly into the front court, Turno, ball fake, throws it up and travel with the basketball.
Ball fake was so good he faked himself out.
Gives it back to Cairo in their light blue unis with snowflakes on the side for winter, or those ship wheels.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we can...
The pilots of the riverboats.
There you go.
That's Cairo, of course, an Ohio River meets Mississippi River community at the far southern tip of the state.
Sure. And they kicked it out of bounds, the Saints did, and so the pilots will inbound, have it in the front court.
I don't think they've ever been called snowflakes, those pilots.
Well, hey,
That's
you know what?
good.
Okay, well, I'm thinking
Given
winter.
the weather outside.
I'm thinking winter, right, that's right. Rebound, weak side board, put back up and in by Corey Williams, the 5'9 junior who checked in off the bench for Richard McBride's Pilots, and Cairo with a 1-point lead, 5-4, inside 5.5 to play in the first quarter. Devasi Washington with the basketball, takes it left wing. Guarded on the wing, dumps it down to the post, left block to Colin Mingo, cutting inside, count the bucket and the foul, got it to Clayton Whitlock, who laid it up and in off the glass with a reverse.
Nice rolls down the post by Whitlock, and then the shovel pass that got him a shot up on the rim that fell through as he was fouled. Free throw chance now for Whitlock, who's a 76% foul shooter in the early season.
And some substitutions now for Calvary. Richard Blake, the 5'8 junior, comes into the game.
Best hair in the building at the moment.
He does. He's sporting the dreads. And Devasi Washington has a seat for Jim Egan. Whitlock at the line, right-handed toss, no good. Rebounded underneath by Jalen Childs. Childs gets it to Devin Mayfield, a 6-foot senior. Right side it goes to Corey Williams. Bounces up top, and it was kicked out of bounds by Turneau. And the Pilots will reset. Mark Jones will inbound for Cairo. Into the right corner, Williams. Back to Jones. Into the corner, Williams tried to get it inside on the block to Cordell Johnson, a 6'5 junior who checked into the game, and it was knocked out by Calvary. 5 minutes to play here, first quarter. 6-5. Calvary with the lead. And it is Devin Mayfield. Plays it up top to Williams, and a offensive push-off or defense? Defensive push-off. And that'll go against Justin Turneau out front. Second team foul. Rather, first team foul on the Saints. Into the corner. Now up top, it is Williams. Williams playing it out on the left wing to Mayfield. Into the corner, popping back out is Williams. Out of Mayfield again. Skips it across the defense, almost picked off by the Saints. And Jones threw it off of Turneau. It hit off his shoulder and then carried him back to Jones as he was standing out of bounds. Saints ball. And Tyler Mulhall will inbound for the Saints. Calvary's last game, a loss at Athens, 58-50. They won their first 4 contests of the year and won the Athens tournament on the round robin on free throw percentage. There was a tie going in there. Inside the lane, Clayton Whitlock, the 6'8 senior, went up and missed it. The rebound comes down and a foul on the Pilots. Was Cordell Johnson with a foul, and to the line to our left, it's Tyler Mulhall, who has not shot many, but he has not been very successful early in the season, just 25% from the free throw line, and he rattled that one off.
Now 2 of 9 shooting free throws. That'll get better, he hopes.
And some substitutions. Devin Mayfield is out for the Pilots, and Herschel Graham back in, the 6'4 senior, who's the leading scorer on the team with 18 points a game. And Mulhall makes 1 of 2 on that trip, his first points of the game. Calvary with a 2-point lead. Half-court trap into the front court. It is Jones. Top of the key now to Williams, and it's picked off into the front court. Here comes Turneau with the layup, good. Nice move defensively by Justin Turneau, who averages 16.5 points a game. That's his first 2 of the game. And it's the biggest margin for Calvary of a 4-point lead. Into the corner with a basketball for Cairo. Herschel Graham in the half court off to our right. A 3-try, missed it badly. Rebound underneath, put back no good by Johnson. Rebound ripped down by Whitlock of Calvary. And a pass into the front court from Richard Blake. Knocked out of bounds by the Pilots. And the Saints will have it in front of the Cairo bench on the far side of the court. 3:27 to play here in the center, in the first quarter of game 1. We've got a lot of basketball for you all day here on Sports Radio 1450. Out front for the Saints, it's Mingo. Inside it goes. Mulhall dumps it down low. Nice open feed to Whitlock, who laid it up and in. He's got 2 field goals, 4 points for the 6'8 senior, and the Saints lead 11-5.
Nice decision by Mulhall that time. He juggled the ball a little bit, and a better shot for Whitlock as he dished off to him for the easy 2.
And Cairo showing a little jet lag here early on with some sloppy play. That one just kind of dribbled off the foot of Mark Jones out of bounds, and the Saints come the other way. And man-to-man full court pressure now as Richard Blake blows past the defender, takes it to the free throw line, comes to a jump stop, left side, wide open for 3. Turno, no good. Rebound inside underneath, and that was blocked by the
Austin Yoakum, a 5'9 junior reserve for Calvary, with the bank shot put back off the missed 3 drive by Turno.
He has 2 points, 13-5. Quickly in the other way, the lane. Nice move up and in by Jalen Childs off a feed from Devin Mayfield, and Childs has his first bucket of the game. And it's a 13-7 lead for Calvary with the basketball. Blake into the front court, motoring to the right wing, picks up his dribble, draws the double team. Out front now it's Whitlock. Whitlock holds to Mingo, cutting back on the give and go, in the foul.
You can tell the big boys have played together for a while. The 2 big seniors for Calvary do a very good job of exchanging the ball. Going to the basket without the ball that time was the 6'8 senior Clayton Whitlock, and he got a shovel pass on a quick fingertip shovel from Colin Mingo, his 6'6 teammate, and it was beautiful. Beautifully done.
And Whitlock missed the free throw. Rebound Mingo, put back no good. Rebound underneath to Cairo, and they pull down the board. Here comes Devin Mayfield up the far boundary. 2 hands of pass left side to Williams. Back to Mayfield. He'll take it from 3. Jumper, no, off the back of the iron. Rebound underneath Mingo. Here comes Blake with a basketball. Blake weaving through traffic for the Saints. Right side turnover, ball fake, takes it right baseline, draws the double team, throws it up, no good. Rebound tapped out of there, Whitlock with it. Oh, up with the right hand, no. Rebound underneath Cairo, and here come the Pilots. Herschel Graham will slow it back up. Graham's got the braid going. Left side to Mayfield on the far hash. 1 hands a pass. Right side, it's Graham. Rattles out a 3, no. Rebound Whitlock underneath for Calvary. Long pass down to Mingo. 2-on-1 break. Calvary pulling up. Left side, banking it off the glass is Colin Mingo, his 3rd bucket of the game. He's got 6, and the Saints lead by 10. 1:20 to play, first quarter. Back to the center in 1 minute.
Okay, so you've decided that this is the year you're going to build your new home. Or maybe it's time to remodel your bathroom or add to your kitchen. Before you sign up a contractor, stop and take a moment to see if their name is listed as one of the best contractors in the area. Check with Carpenters Local 16 for a free list of contractors that you can trust for home repair or remodeling that's done right the first time. Call Carpenters Local 16 to get the list of the best. Remember, it doesn't cost, it pays.
Christy, are you okay?
What? I think so.
What happened? You just passed out.
I'm not sure. I was just reading about the no-fee mortgage loan from BOS. We could afford that house we love without paying all those fees. Adam, are you okay? Adam.
With our no-fee mortgage loan, you can close or refinance a mortgage without paying an appraisal or any other fees at closing. Stop by a BOS branch for more details or visit bankwithbos.com. Get more bank for your buck at BOS. All loans subject to credit approval. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Back of the center, 17-7. Calvary leads Cairo with 1:20 to play in the first quarter. Calvary getting too many second and third effort shots for the head coach of the Pilots, so Rich McBride called a timeout to yell at his team, to wake him up, I would imagine.
Devin Warfield passes to the left block, and
Richard
underneath.
Blake was standing next to big Herschel Graham, and Herschel, who's a stockily built senior for Cairo, turned and put an elbow on Blake, who won the Academy Award for his collapse to the floor in extreme pain, and Drew Artmore's whistle. Tough call against the Cairo senior Graham. His foul is his first.
If Cairo had football, I bet you Graham would play. Pretty big guy out there. Blake with a basketball on the cut. Nice feed. Inside from Whitlock. Domingo laid it off the glass.
The big boys doing the job for Calvary this morning.
8 points for Whitlock off his feed from his front court mate, 19-7. Cairo shooting 3 of 11 from the field, just 27%. Calvary 9 of 13, 69% early
on.
on.
In your head? Oh, no, you've got the stat screen. Okay.
Oh, that's in my head. I don't know. That's in my head. Right side it goes. And rising for a three, LaMarcus Woods, the 6-foot senior. That's no good. Are you surprised by my? Are you surprised by my sudden math skills?
Surprise isn't the word. Surprise isn't the word. But we are delighted to have with us today for all games at the Shootout, Larry Bailey and Gary Mosier, and they brought not only their stat computer, but they brought a little screen that we can monitor their work.
Second foul on Herschel. Nice give and go on the feed from Mingo inside, and Turneau on the backdoor cut got the feed, and the bucket was good. 21-7. Calvary with a lead. 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. Out front with it, it's Devin Mayfield. Draws the double team. Gets it off on the left wing. To LaMarcus Woods. Cutting to the hole. Inside the lane. Throws it up wildly and almost made it as the first quarter comes to a close. Calvary 21. Cairo 7. Back for the second quarter after these messages.
Thanks for staying late tonight, Baxter.
Yes, sir. You're welcome, sir. See you tomorrow, sir.
Baxter.
Yes, sir.
Are you in a hurry? Got a hot date?
Oh, my no, sir. You see, my nephew's starting in the game tonight, and I've got just enough time to call in my order at the Sunrise Cafe and pick it up at the drive-thru and still make the game.
Tell you what, Baxter, you get going. I'll call the order in for you. You love Hamburger Dan's hamburgers and those amazing grilled onions. You'll be there by kickoff.
Oh, thank you, sir. Good night, sir. See you tomorrow.
And I can order one for me, too. Love those onions.
Because you want more. Lincoln Land Community College. Register now for spring classes at LLCC. More programs. More programs. More opportunities. More opportunities. More activities. More activities. More choices. More choices. And more money left over for the other parts of your life. Register now for spring classes at LLCC. Lincoln Land Community College. Visit llcc.edu.
Back at the center with Chris McLeod, Tim Schweitzer. We're courtside for the first of 7 varsity games in the 8th annual Athletic Care Sports Radio 1450 Shootout. After one quarter, Springfield Calvary leads the Cairo Pilots by a score of 21-7. Cairo fell last night at the Tip-Off Classic in DuQuoin to the host Indians. They will play in DuQuoin again this evening. So busy weekend for the Pilots. And 0-3 on the season. They are down 14 here.
Mayfield threw up a wild shot with a left hand in the lane. Missed it, and the rebound quickly the other way. Saints, Colin Mingo, left side, finger roll, no good. Got his own rebound. Pump fake, up, back up, and in.
Boy, the bigs for Calvary are dominating this game, as you would expect.
8 points for the 6'6" senior, Colin Mingo. Cairo with the basketball left side of the lane. Jalen Childs with it. Try to get it inside to Mayfield. Picked off again. Here comes Blake with it. Richard down the lane. Float shot from close in. No good. Rebound pulled out of there. And it comes into the arms of Austin Yoakum. And then back to Blake. Right side. Turnover for 3. Jumper in and out and back in again. It rolled all the way around the rim. And what did Coley used to say about that?
Circumnavigated the rim. Yes, it did.
It did. Justin Turneau with his first 3 of the game. He's got 7, 26-7. Calvary Saints with a lead. They are 4-1. They won their first 4 ball games and then fell to Athens in the Athens tournament last week. Here's a 3 out front by LaMarcus Woods. That was no good.
Catch it and chuck it.
And I
just need to make some more.
You think Richard McBride wants his team to run? I think I heard him talking to his players in the locker room saying, we want to get out and run. Nice feed inside. And boy, I'll tell you what, Turneau has not had a great shooting night from the field, Tim, but he's doing it with cuts. And that time he got a feed out front from the big guy Whitlock and laid it in again.
Calvary's up 28-7 with 6.5 to play in the half. Back in 30 seconds.
I walked into the center, and all I saw were basketball players and fans. I was flummoxed.
Can I help you, sir?
Yeah, where's the shootout?
It's going on right now, a basketball shootout.
Then, like a hook shot from George Mikan, it hit me. Mid-America Advertising. Billboards. They ensure that you get the right message.
Sir, if you want to stay and watch the shootout, you'll have to buy a ticket.
That's fine. Hold my 100% lead bulletproof vest for me, doll.
Sir!
Take the drama out of your advertising. Call Mid-America Advertising. Mid-America Advertising. The billboard people. Period.
Back here at the center, Chris McLeod alongside Tim Schweitzer, Calvary and Cairo.
Still doing a little house cleaning in front of the Calvary bench. Someone had spilled a cup of water, so they'll mop that up.
At least they were given water.
Yeah, that give that responsibility to assistant coach Ben Egan to wipe up the floor.
Cairo has 7 points in the game, 2 from Jalen Childs, 3 from Herschel Graham, and 2 from Corey Williams, and a long 2 out front, no good. Rebound to Mayfield, who drove inside the lane and got fouled on the floor.
Calvary fouls on 15, Devontae Washington.
Washington picks up his first.
Second team.
And the team's second, as you hear Paul Packelhofer on the PA system here at the center.
P squared on the PA today. Hawk will be here later.
Jones, corner right to Mayfield, who had a baseline jumper from 15. Mayfield has scored 15 points last night as his first basket. No look pass left side to Devontae Washington. Takes it baseline. Shut up there by Jones. Free throw line jumper from Whitlock. No good for the Saints. And here comes Williams again up the near boundary. Williams with the right hand. Takes it baseline. Shut up there. Circles back out around the arc to Jones. Left side to Mayfield. Rises. Didn't have anywhere to go with it. He lost it. And the Saints pick it off again. Here comes Richard Blake. Right hand. Ball fake. Down the lane with the scoop shot. Good off the glass.
Good quicks by Richard Blake up the right side of the court after getting that ball on the outlet.
Blake with 2. Warfield inside, or Mayfield inside. And I don't think they're going to count that bucket.
Yeah, it's going in.
Oh, okay.
Art Moore said count the hoop. Foul came on the block. He did wipe off the basket. Okay. So no hoop. Blocked before the shot.
That was Blake's first basket on the other end. 30-9. 5:24 to play here in the second quarter from the Prairie Capital Convention Center. Blake takes a seat. Turneau back in for Jim Egan Saints. Pilots basketball. Mayfield rises, fires from the right side of the lane. No good. Rebound underneath. Mingo kept it alive, and Will Smith yanked down the board. Turneau with the basketball on the far boundary, taking it to the baseline. Feeds it inside. Yoakum couldn't get it, or Will Smith rather, with the what did he do? He left it short inside the lane from about 4 feet under the hoop. It's like those 3-foot putts, those are the hardest to make. And he left that one short.
Yeah, it's usually the third putt, too.
Right. Well, no, you make it when it doesn't count. That's right.
You're 3 or 4 putting with a 3-footer.
How do you know my golf game? Left side, a 3-ball on the way by Corey Williams is good. 5'9" junior buries the triple. That is the first points of this, or rather, only the second field goal of this second quarter. Will Smith, right side, it goes. Mulhall, baseline, falling out of bounds, shovels behind him, inside the lane. Nice touch by Colin Mingo, kind of nestled it up against the heel of the rim. He's got 10 points in the game, and it's 32-20, a 20-point lead for the Saints. Ball loose on the floor. Mulhall and Jones fighting for it, and the jump ball goes back to Calvary. After this game, our noon tip-off, which will probably be more like 12:15.
Don't say that yet. They may speed this thing up.
Okay. Chatham Glenwood and Troy Triad around noon today.
Yeah, around noon.
Come to the center, pay your money, stay and watch all 7 games. Inside, feed to Mingo, stripped on the floor by Williams, but the Saints get it back. Free throw line jumper, Mulhall rattles in and falls. Tyler Mulhall, who averages 5 points a game, has 3 with his first made field goal inside 4 minutes to play first half. 34-12 and a foul out front. And I think that was Tyler Mulhall. That is his first and the team's 5th. Approaching the bonus with inside 4 to play here in the second quarter. So Calvary has not played since November 30th. A 3-ball by Graham off the back of the iron. No. Turneau with a rebound inside the lane. They lost to Athens. Cairo looking for their first win. They're 0-3. Full court pressure being applied by the Pilots, and they backed up the Saints, and Jim Egan took a timeout. 34.
I don't think he got the timeout called in time. Okay. They're going to call a 10 count, and Coach was trying to get up and get that timeout called to save the possession, but official Art Moore had the 10 count. Says turnover Calvary, says ball Cairo on the side.
And they inbound to Corey Williams. Williams with a right hand. 2 hands a pass right side to Mayfield. Devin Mayfield off of a Calvary foot, and Colin Mingo doing his best to try to persuade the official that it was not off his shoe. Cairo ball. Williams left side to Graham, who has been quiet in this game, just 1-3. A free throw line jumper on the way by Alan Cothard, no good, and the rebound fought for underneath between 6'6" Mingo and 6'4" Jalen Childs.
Held ball. Ball will be out of bounds to Cairo. 3:11 to play in the half. Calvary up 34-12.
Childs inbounds to Williams. One hands a pass up front. Mayfield taking it inside. Right elbow, no good. Rebound underneath. Nice fight by Alan Crothard, who put it back up and in. He's got his first field goal. Quickly the other way. Mingo drawing the charge underneath.
Tough call, but probably the right call. Looked like Crothard got back and got in position just on the left side of the basket as Mingo went full force in, knocked him down, scored the basket, but they wiped that off on an offensive foul call against the 6'6" senior Colin Mingo of Calvary.
Man, how about the play of Alan Crowther the last couple of times down?
He stood his ground. He's a stocky kid, 6'4" senior, and he took the charge.
Right side, Graham underneath, double pumps, laid it off the glass, took it right on the right baseline, somehow found himself underneath the basket, but converted.
First we'd seen of Graham going to the hoop. He had been standing on the perimeter shooting threes unsuccessfully, went to the basket that time and got two.
And a foul out front as Richard Blake tried to engage the defense. And here Jim Egan trying to entice his team to play a little defense. And the foul on Calvary, or rather on Cairo, their 7th team foul, and that puts Blake in the bonus, and he missed the free throw. 2.5 to play in the center, first half, 34-16. Tight-roping the sideline on the far side was Williams, who was kind of bumped, and well, we got a foul fest happening here in the first half. Tyler Mulhall picked up the foul. That's his second, and Calvary's 7th. And that means Corey Williams at the line, the 5'9" junior to our right. Chatham Glenwood walking into the building, getting set for their 12 o'clock matchup with Troy Triad coming up. And this free throw is no good, and the rebound to Calvary. Richard Blake stutter steps across the timeline at the free throw line. 15-footer jumper, yes. Richard Blake with his second field goal. He's got 4. And the Calvary lead back to 20 with 2 minutes left in the first half. Right side, Williams for 3 for Cairo. No good. Rebound underneath. Crowther put it up and in. And he's having a heck of a last couple of minutes. Couple of rebounds, couple of points. 36-18. The other way, it is Turneau. Too strong off the backboard. A one-hander from 15 feet. And Cairo comes the other way. The Pilots led by Devin Mayfield. Ball fake, left side, Graham for 3. Got it.
Finally made one.
It's his second 3 of the game.
Been chucking him up there since he made one early and hadn't been able to convert. Got that one swished in from the left side.
Yoakum spinning off a defender, taking it to the left side, and Mingo travel with a basketball.
4th turnover for Calvary. They've played well. They're up 15 with 1.5 minutes to play in the half.
Only mentioned Cairo, only 6 home games all season long. We'll talk about that more. Inside, and Childs draws the foul, and a nice feed from Devin Mayfield, the 6-foot senior point guard who's been back just the last 2 games after missing some time. And Childs at the line to our right. So Cairo trying to make it a little more manageable here as they head into the locker room in the final 81 seconds.
Clayton Whitlock will get a rest as Will Smith re-enters the Calvary lineup to join Turneau and Yoakum, Colin Mingo, and Richard Blake on the floor for the Saints in the home white.
Jalen Childs banked in the free throw to our right. 36-24, Calvary ball. Turneau, one hands a pass, left block, turning Mingo, blocked out of there by Childs. Into the arms of Turneau, floater on the baseline, good.
That basket stops an 8-0 Cairo run, and Calvary's lead is 38-24.
Turneau with 11 points to lead all scorers. Missed by Cairo underneath, and then an errant pass from Corey Williams intended for the big guy. Crothert underneath goes out of bounds, and the Saints will come the other way with 55 seconds left. Here in quarter number 2 at the Prairie Capital Convention Center, 7th Annual Sports Radio 1450 Shootout. Richard Blake with a basketball. Tight ropes the timeline, and over and back is the call on the Saints. Another turnover on Calvary, who have played well at times and then also fairly sloppy at times on the offensive end. 38-24, 45 seconds left, Cairo basketball. Graham just hit a 3 from the left wing. On the right wing, left side to Mayfield. Out top to Williams. Williams bouncing left side. Mayfield to Williams. Right side, Graham for 3. No. Rebound, fought for, tapped around, underneath, into the arms of Williams. Left side, a 3-ball from the corner for Mayfield. He got it. 5 points for Mayfield. 38-27, and Calvary's pulled a closer lead here for the Saints. It is Blake bouncing it to nobody in particular into the arms of Will Smith. Left side it goes, and Mingo has it on the left baseline. 18-footer, no. Rebound, put back. Smith couldn't get it. And the final second ticks off the first half clock. Calvary 38, but the Pilots went on a run there at the end. They've got 27. We'll take a timeout. Back in 3 minutes.
You know, Lindsay, one of the best things about Staff Carpet is that we have flooring to meet any budget from affordable to exceptional.
Budget? What's that?
It means you can't spend more than your allowance, Lindsay.
Not spend more than my allowance? Then a budget is a bad thing.
No, at Staff Carpet, a budget is a good thing because we can work with any budget to help people have the beautiful flooring they want.
Staff Carpet has Anso nylon on sale starting at $122 a square foot. A huge Anso inventory is ready to go at Staff Carpet.
With the holidays approaching, your schedule just shifted to high gear again. Starcrest Cleaners understands busy. That's why they've designed their 2 locations with a drive-thru. And to really lighten the load, they're open 7 days a week, even on Sundays. Save even more time with same-day service. Now, with your dry cleaning checked off your list, you can tend to the other things. Starcrest Cleaners, designed to save you time so you can enjoy what's important, your family. Behind Toys R Us on White Oaks Drive and in Prairie Crossing.
This is Karen Paisley with Underfanger Mayfire Moving and Storage. Just want to talk to you a little bit about this changing economy and the moving business. My husband and I have owned our business for 28 years, and we've seen a lot of changes in those years. When I go into people's homes, we sit down and talk. Many people are so overwhelmed. But the more time you have before you move to start getting ready for the move, the less stress you have. We can fit any budget. We can move you across the street. We can move you anywhere in the country you want to go. Give us a call at Underfingers at 546-1711.
Meyer Holiday Helpline.
Hello. I was thinking about my grandson's Christmas present. Are Argyle socks still in style, or should I stick with tube socks?
Do you always give your grandson socks for the holidays?
Oh, of course. And underpants.
Oh, maybe you'd like something different this year. How about some video games or a gift card?
Then he can pick out whatever kind of socks he wants. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you, dearie.
Thank you for calling the Meyer Holiday Helpline.
For all the right gifts this holiday, you can't go wrong with Meyer. Higher standards, lower prices.
It's the football season, and it's a Monday night football party at the Dublin Pub at Vinegar Hill. Watch the Monday night games and enjoy the free taco bar and free Joe's Chili with the drink purchase. All-day drink specials include 6 domestic bottles for only $10, $2 margarita pints, and $2 Coors Light pints. How about this everyday lunch special? All-you-can-eat soup or Joe's Chili and a salad for just $5.99. Come for the Blarney, stay for the food. The Dublin Pub at Vinegar Hill, downtown on Cook Street.
What do Arizona Tile, Isringhausen Imports, Fit Club South, and the SMTD building all have in common? They were all built by Newman Alton Contractors. There's a good chance that no matter where you are in central Illinois, you're not far from a Newman Alton creation. Whether you're interested in new construction or remodeling, Newman Alton is the name to know. Newman Alton Contractors. From concept to completion, building central Illinois from the ground up. Newman Alton Contractors.
This is the Sports Radio 1450 High School Basketball Halftime Show, brought to you by the Dublin Pub in the town of...
And Tyler Mulhall, Richard Blake, Colin Mingo and Clayton Whitlock out. Blake subbing for Devasi Washington here to start the third quarter. Washington had been in the starting lineup, but Blake played well in the first half. Cairo comes out with their starting five. Devin Mayfield, Mark Jones, Jalen Childs, Herschel Graham, and Alan Crothard to start quarter number 3.
And Calvary will begin moving from left to right, and it's Blake feeding Mingo up top. Looking inside to his front court mate, he finds Whitlock back on the give and go, and Mingo threw it off the bottom of the iron, which is you don't see all the time, and a foul underneath as Mingo went to the basket.
Calvary shot 58% in the first half, largely on plays like that, with the two big boys trading passes and getting the ball to fall. That time it didn't fall.
Jalen Childs picked up his first personal foul, first on the team, obviously, here in the second half. Mulhall with it inside to Whitlock, left block, had it stripped away, but then got it back, dumping it down on the right block to Mulhall, and he almost traveled with it in a spin move off a defender and kind of spun it off the glass with a little English.
A little backhand spinner off the glass, now a steal.
Out front with it, it's Turneau with the wide open layup, missed it. He was bothered by Corey Williams, who got back defensively. Devin Mayfield, right side, wide open underneath. Childs missed the bunny underneath, and Whitlock grabs the rebound. So some close range shots being missed by both teams here in the early going of the second half. Left side, Turneau. Justin for three off the front of the iron. Karam's off to Graham for the Pilots, who actually went on a pretty good run there at the end of the first half. Williams bounces left side. It is Mayfield for three. No. Rebound, Childs. Shovels off behind him to Graham. Right side, Mayfield weaving through defenders, bouncing right side. Graham will rise for three. He left it short. Rebound underneath and a over and back, or over the back on Alan Carruthers. Well, and they're going to call it on Mulhall underneath.
Number 3 on Mulhall of Calvary. Just underway here in the third quarter. He's the first player in foul trouble.
40-27, Calvary with the lead. Pilots ball, led by, of course, former Lanphier standout Illinois star Richard McBride. Underneath, feed inside. That was missed by Crothard, and a loose ball foul underneath as Mingo grabbed the rebound. Now, McBride is also, I believe, at least in the write-up, and I don't see him here, but I thought Marquise Warfield, his teammate at Lanphier, was assisting on this team. Blake with it for the Saints. In left side it goes, Mingo going baseline, missed it off the glass, and then blocked underneath, and a foul is called on Alan Crothard. It's his second. Actually, that is his third. So Crothard with three, and Tyler Mulhall with three for Calvary, and Mingo at the line to our right.
Colin Mingo gets to the foul line a lot. He needs to improve his percentage, and if he has form like that, he will. That was a good one. The left-hander popped that one in, got nothing but the net on the first of the two free throws here. He's at 62% for the season. That needs to tick up as the season goes along, because this 6'6" senior Mingo is going to get a lot of free throws this year.
And the second toss is good.
Those look very good.
14 for Colin Mingo, his first points of the second half. 42-27, Calvary with a lead. Cairo basketball. Jones with it. Mark has it on the left hash. Backs it back up. And Saints in a zone defense. Right side it goes to Mayfield. Devin bouncing into the corner for Williams. Williams back out on the right wing. Mayfield with it. Draws the double team. Shovels off behind him. Jones comes off a screen by Mayfield. Motors to the right wing. Top of the key, Mayfield. Leaps and lobs into the corner for Graham, who's been kind of off shooting. Has a couple of threes in this game. He'll take his third, and he'll make it. So Herschel Graham, the 6'4" senior, with his third made three. He's got 11, and it's 42-30. Turneau into the front court quickly up the far boundary. Finds Mingo on the left wing. Jump pass from Blake into the corner. Turneau. Right side it goes. Mulhall against the defense, and then tried to slip it to his teammate, and Jalen Childs slept right in front of the pass and picked it off. Left side it is Williams coming the other way, and Whitlock blocked that. But he also drew some contact, and Calvary's going to pick up.
Foul was on the big man, not to call it on Richard Blake, the little guy on the reach for Calvary. Whitlock's block drew a lot of eyes, but it was Blake who committed the foul underneath. And free throw coming up. Opportunity here for Corey Williams, little 5'9" junior guard for the Pilots, his first free throws of the day.
And he missed that one short with the right hand.
Feel like we're on the 17th green at the Chevron this weekend in Sherman Oaks, California, watching Tiger Woods try to win.
There is plenty of room here at the center for you to come down and watch good basketball all day long. Williams missed the second one as well, and then Mingo with a rebound. He was falling out of bounds.
He got some help in that fall, too, didn't he?
And I think he was pushed. And Graham picked up his third, so that's not a good situation for Richard McBride and the Cairo Pilots. They have their leading scorer with 3 fouls. 5:03 to play here in the third, and some full court pressure. Austin Yoakum dribbled it off of a Cairo defender's foot and out of bounds. And they'll inbound on the baseline, and full court pressure being applied here. Blake to Yoakum in the backcourt. Need to start hurrying, getting across to the front, and they do. Mingo inside to his cutting teammate, and a sweet stroke for Clayton Whitlock, who put it up and in. He has 8. 44-30 off the 15-footer made by Clayton Whitlock. It is Devin Mayfield bouncing right side. Long 3 by Graham from about 25 feet left side, no good. And then Williams takes the 3, and Graham under there to get the rebound. And he was fouled as he went back up strong. Coming up later today, Chatham-Glenwood versus Troy Triad. That's our next game.
Looking forward to seeing Glenwood play. I haven't had a chance to see him play yet. They won a couple of games up at the LaSalle tournament last week and won handily at Taylorville last night. We'll see the Titans here in a little while against Triad, a team from down in the Metro East. 2 teams that matched up in the state baseball super sectional last spring, and there are players on both teams that played in that baseball game.
Blake made 1 of 2 on that trip, or rather Graham made 1 of 2 on that trip, and then missed the second one. And it went to Calvary off of a missed putback by Childs, and then the Saints threw it away at the other end. So Herschel Graham now with 12 points, and it's 44-31. Mark Jones with it. Now to Dylan Mayfield, left side Jones, ball fake, takes it inside the lane, throws it up wildly with the right hand, and got it to go off the glass. Nice touch from Mark Jones, the 6'1 senior, who averages 9 points a game. That's his first bucket of the game.
Back to an 11-point difference.
And Child steps in front of a pass intended for Richard Blake here on the near sideline right in front of us and knocks it out of bounds. So Austin Yoakum, the 5'9 junior, comes over. He'll play it inbounds in the backcourt to Blake, who did not start this game but has played almost all of it. Left side, Turneau, the leading scorer for the Saints, has it behind his back, takes it inside off a curl, inside with a scoop, no good on the right hand. Child saves it from going out of bounds for Cairo, and here come the Pilots. Jones down, double team, throws it off the window, too strong, rebound underneath and wide up top to Mayfield. Devin, nice pass inside, Childs laid it off the glass. The drive, the draw, and the dish from the 6-foot senior Devin Mayfield.
Calvary had led by as many as 21 in the first half, but Cairo's cut it to 9 now with 3:21 to play in the third. 44-35. Calvary leads back in 30 seconds.
One company, one name, with more than 120 years of service to Central Illinois and 40 of the nation's leading carriers. Those are just a few of the benefits of doing business with R.W. Troxel & Company. Protection for your home, auto, boat, and motorcycle coverage. R.W. Troxel provides highly competitive rates and an in-house claims department. For home, auto, boat, or motorcycle insurance, call or get an online quote at rwtroxel.com. Dedicated to superior personal service since 1887.
Next game here today about noon, it's Sacred Heart Griffin it's Glenwood versus Troy Triad, and then Sacred Heart Griffin will play about 1:30. Their opponent is Champaign Centennial. Chargers got a big win in Decatur last night, beat Eisenhower. Cyclones fell at Springfield High, though they were very good defensively for a lot of that game last night. Didn't just quit making shots late. Glenwood won by 30 last night at Taylorville. They'll play Triad in a game that follows this one. Calvary's lead is 9. 3:21 to play third quarter. It's 44-35. as the Saints lead Cairo.
And they break the full court pressure, moving from left to right. Yoakum into the front court, and then stolen away by Childs. Up the near sideline for the Pilots. Take it inside, and Childs drew some contact underneath. They missed the bucket. It'll be at the line to our left.
Calvary fouls on 10. Justin Turno. His second, 14.
So both teams now with 4 team fouls here. And the Pilots trying to edge into this Calvary lead. They lead by 9. They still lead by 9 as Childs missed the free throw. And Austin Yoakum will come out, and Tyler Mulhall, who has 3 fouls, the 6'4 senior, re-enters for the Saints. Here's Child's second free throw, no good, and a lane violation. And the Saints will come the other way, turnover on Cairo. And Richard Blake has it in as he got it inbounded from Mulhall. It takes it up the near sideline, Turno with it. They break the full court pressure. Graham knocked it loose inside on the feed from Mingo to Whitlock, and it's like those two are just twins, Tim. I mean, they just know where each other is going to be, and they've been the main assist men for each other.
Yeah, and Whitlock goes to the basket without the ball and knows he's going to get a pass, and it's going to pay off for him.
And Whitlock blocked it underneath on the attempt from Childs. And here come the Saints the other way. 2:30 to play here at the center, third quarter. 46-35, Saints by 11. Right side, turnover for 3 has been off here at the center. Second attempt inside is Whitlock used his size to grab the rebound. He did not make the putback, but he is fouled, and he'll be at the line. Jones picks up his third, and the 5th team on the Pilots of Cairo in deep southern Illinois. And you know, Tim, I was talking to Jim Drew, who's the former Calvary and SHG coach, now the athletic director at Cairo, as Whitlock makes the free throw. And he said, you know, we just, a lot of players that you know, may have gone to Cairo or grew up in the elementary system and some of the younger systems are not playing there. They're moving away. And one of the guys that he said was, as Whitlock makes both there, was one of the top 9th graders in the country, and he moved to Paducah, Kentucky. But they have what they have, and the Saints tipped it out of bounds on the wing. And Calvary will have the Cairo will have the basketball on their own half court to our left.
Yeah, Cairo High School is definitely 1A. Calvary, of course, is 1A under 100 students, but Cairo, a public school, only about 140 students in that community at the deepest south part of the state.
And Mayfield takes it inside. It missed, and then the rebound, Graham put it up and in on the reverse, and Herschel Graham opportunistic there. And leads the Saints, and a timeout call.
Yeah, bleach foul in the backcourt, because they got the little guard, Corey Williams.
14 points for Herschel Graham, who averages 18.
I called it on Mayfield, not Williams. One of the short guards in the backcourt trying to knock the ball loose.
Out front, it is Whitlock, and had it stripped. Ball is loose. Whitlock dove on it along with Graham, and a loose ball on the floor, and the Pilots will get it back on the alternating possession arrow. Yeah, the Pilots have just 6 home games all season. They're not in a conference anymore. They had to drop football a couple of years ago. And so now, since they don't have that conference schedule, teams don't want to come to their place. They're just too far away. And so Cairo has to go on the road a lot. Left side it is Mayfield for 3. That's no good. A rebound tapped loose by Mayfield into the arms of Alan Crothert, who laid it off the glass and in underneath. 1:25 to play third quarter. Saints break the pressure. Right side it goes Mingo. Tried to bounce to a cutting Mulhall. Knocked out of bounds by Alan Crothert for Cairo, and it'll be Saint basketball. Cairo's playing 3 games in 24 hours. They lost to DeCoin last night. Lob pass inside. Whitlock from Mulhall. Nice feed. And nice touch by the 6'8 senior underneath, who has 14. 50-39. Back to an 11-point Calvary lead. Mark Jones out front with a basketball for the Pilots. In between his legs, guarded by Turneau. Right side, Graham for 3. No good. Rebound underneath. Loose ball, and Mayfield there to pick up the loose ball. And had no one defending him. He has 7 in the game. Final 50 seconds of the third quarter. Chernow tight right to the far sideline. Down the lane, scoops and can't get it up and in, but he ran into Mark Jones underneath, and a foul will be called. So the Pilots lost last night to DuQuoin, playing here this morning, and then we'll drive back for a 6 o'clock matchup against Warfield.
Got a little blood on the floor, or a little blood on one of the players. Looks like Herschel Graham of Cairo is going to have to exit. They'll bring a sub in for him. That'll be Jalen Childs, one of the starters who had been on the bench. Free throws here for Chernow of Calvary. They lead by 9, 50-41 with 45 seconds left in the third quarter.
And Chernow made the free throw. He's got 13 in the game. Make it 12. 5'10" senior Justin Chernow. And the second one rattles out. 45 seconds left. Cairo trying to cut into the lead. 10-point advantage for Calvary. Mark Jones motoring towards the right elbow. Kicks a pass out left wing. Now back top of the key to Mayfield. Devin scooping inside. Kicks it back out. Wide open three for Williams. No. Off the front of the iron. Loose ball put back on the weak side board by Mayfield, who has 4 in the quarter, but has 10 all day, or 9 all day. Right side Mingo tried his teammate Whitlock inside, knocked loose by Childs. Cairo coming the other way, spinning. It's Childs on the left block. No, kept alive on a cutting. Mulhall is fouling out of bounds and got it to Mingo on the loose ball. And the Pilots coming the other way with 3 seconds. Up the near sideline, Chernow with 1, launching, banking, no, just missed. Calvary 51, Cairo 43. Back for the fourth quarter at the center in 60.
St. John's Hospital Athletic Care offers the most comprehensive and complete sports medicine and rehabilitation services in the area. You'll receive the most advanced training, prevention, and rehabilitation whether you're a weekend warrior, a fitness enthusiast, or a high school, college, or professional athlete. You'll receive the most advanced care to get you back in the game. For an appointment, call 744-PLAY or visit athleticare.com. St. John's Hospital Athletic Care, the standard for sports medicine excellence.
We're talking to Dave Brailer at Brailer Lube Centers. Dave, I've heard a lot about synthetic oil. Does Pennzoil make a synthetic?
Yeah, it's called Pennzoil Platinum. We have it at all of our locations.
Well, are they better?
They are better oil. They keep your engine running cooler. Basically, what synthetic oils do, too, is they reach the top of the motor quicker at startup. So they really cut down on engine wear. If you're going to keep that car and you want to keep it for a long time, Pennzoil Platinum is a great choice.
Brailer Lube keeps you running smooth. Brailer Lube.
Calvary's led by as many as 21. Their lead is 8 as we begin the fourth quarter. 51-43, Calvary leading Cairo here at the center.
And it's Richard Blake with a basketball for the Saints. Feeds Mulhall right side. Top of the key, it is Whitlock looking for Mingo inside. Outside it goes Blake. Comes off a screen by Whitlock. Give and go on the turn to the basket. No, missed it too strong off the glass, and the rebound comes away to Williams. Corey Williams motors up the near boundary for the Pilots. Top of the key, Graham. Right side it goes Mayfield. Graham bouncing to Mayfield. 7:30 to play here in the final quarter of our first game here at the 7th Annual Sports Radio 1450 Shootout. Calvary showing his own defense, and it's kicked out of bounds. The Saints shooting 51% in this game. And Graham launching from 3 just off the left side, and a run-out layup. Here comes a dunk for Mingo. Throws it down with 2 hands. 16 in the game for Colin Mingo. Right side Williams for 3. No, top of the key. Loose ball picked up by Mayfield. Right baseline jumper is good. 11 for Devin Mayfield, the senior. He's one of their leaders on this team. Blake circling out back around the arc. 6:45 to play in the ball game. 53-45. Calvary. Long 3 by Chernow from the left wing. Good.
Keep on checking. He hadn't hit the long bomb here in the second half until that one went down. And Justin Chernow, now 6 of 11 from the floor.
15 points for Chernow. And another steal out front, and another run out as Chernow put the layup up and in on the feed. from Whitlock down the floor, and a timeout called by Calvary. 6:20 to play in your game. 58-45, Saints with a lead, back at 60.
Airmasters Heating, Cooling, and Refrigeration of Springfield will soon be celebrating their 17th anniversary as Springfield's #1 choice for commercial service, mostly because of the long-term loyalty of its many Springfield customers, but also in part to a simple service philosophy that still holds true today. Respond quickly, be prepared, take your time, and do it perfectly. And being blessed with possibly the best service staff in Central Illinois doesn't hurt either. The proud staff and their families at Airmasters would like to say thank you, Springfield.
Sportsmanship, teamwork, commitment, self-confidence, dealing with success, and overcoming adversity are all lessons through athletics.
But none of these could have been learned without the help of invaluable mentors in the lives of young athletes.
Become a Big Brothers Big Sisters school-based mentor, and you could be that person in the life of a child.
Volunteer to spend your lunch hour one day a week with a child at his or her school and help build the foundation for success not only in athletics, but in life. Become a big brother or big sister.
Just do something big. A United Way agency.
Kurt Kuffel joins us at half court, and if there's trouble, we know who to turn to.
I'll turn to my right. So will you. Left side it is Mayfield with the basketball. For Cairo, top of the key, Corey Williams. Saints in that zone defense, and the Pilots trying to work around it. Jones on the give and go from Childs, had it stripped by Turneau. Richard Blake with it, and he'll clear for the Saints. 58-45. Turneau just hit one from way downtown, and he'll try again, and it hits off the top of the backboard, and a dead ball foul goes back to Calvary.
It would have been okay if it had just hit the top of the backboard, but it went up and hit the clock above the backboard, and that is out of bounds.
Cairo Pilots with a basketball in the half court to our left, shooting 33% in this game. Williams. That was better than 33%. That was a good stroke. His second three. He's got 8. 5:25 to play. Off the inbounds, full court pressure again. Turneau leaves it on the left baseline for Mingo. Now back to Turneau and screen, and he traveled with it before he could engage. He took too many steps and turned it back over to the Pilots. 5:18 to play for your ball game. 58-48. What game does Kurt Kuffel have today?
One of the afternoon games, obviously, since they're all afternoon games until the evening, but I will check. He's here early, though. He's not the next two.
Nope. Just watching some basketball, and you can do the same as Devin Mayfield took it inside among the trees and had it blocked, but also drew the foul. And Mulhall picks up his fourth. But with a 10-point lead and about 5 minutes left in the game, probably not too much to worry about for Jim Egan and his team. And Mayfield made the free throw at the line to our left. Cairo is obviously a program with very rich tradition. They took third place in 81 and 93. Mayfield made both of them. And it's 58-50. And they'll put on full court pressure again, and stolen by Williams. 2-on-2 break. Bounces right side to Mayfield. It was blocked off the backboard by Whitlock, and a foul is called again. They just took fourth in 03, right, Tim? They got back to the state finals.
In Peoria. Right. 58-50, and this will be as close as Cairo has been since the first quarter if these free throws go in. First one does not.
And Mayfield, who scored 15 points in the loss to DuQuoin last night, is 3 of 4 at the free throw line. He made the second one there. Inside 5 to play in your game. 58-51. 7-point lead for Calvary. And it's Blake with it. Motors to the right wing, to the right baseline, and kicks it back out Whitlock. Whitlock to Turneau. Cut to the right wing. Justin Turneau feeds outside to Yoakum. Yoakum with it, bounces up top to Turneau. 4:30 to play in your game. Right high block, it's Whitlock. Going to the basket, and then lobs it underneath to Yoakum. Back inside to Mingo behind him. Too strong off the backboard. But then Whitlock there to clean it off the glass and put it back up and in and drew the foul. So Whitlock with his first points of the fourth quarter. He has 16 in the game. It's a 76% free throw shooter. And he's at the line to our right.
Well, the kids who usually score for Calvary are scoring today. Whitlock's free throw is short, so he missed that. He has 16. Mingo has 16. Turno has 17. So those are the kids that usually score for Calvary, and they're getting the job done today.
Graham is launched a three from the right side. He usually scores for Cairo and has done so here tonight. Not as high as his average, as Whitlock took it in transition and put it up and in at the other end. So 18 for Clayton Whitlock, the 6'8 senior. And it's back to a 11-point lead, just like that for the Saints. Inside 4 to play now. Mark Jones out front with a basketball for the Pilots. Lobs left side to Mayfield. Devin tripped on the foot of Clayton Whitlock, which is not hard to do. I mean, they're pretty big feet.
Calvary fouls on 33, Clayton Whitlock.
And Whitlock picks up the foul. That is his fourth foul. And it's bonus time for the Pilots with 3:48. And Devin Mayfield shooting a 1-on-1 to our left. Yeah, Justin Turneau's last game, he had 24 points. In that loss, Mayfield missed the free throw. And Mingo grabs the rebound.
His 9th. He's approaching the double-double, and he also has 6 assists. So a good day for Mingo, making a bid to be the Athletic Care Player of the Game in a tight competition with his teammates, Whitlock and Turneau.
At least one turnover there as he threw it out of bounds. And it comes back to the Pilots. Left side, it's Graham. Baseline, floater from 7, no good. Rebound tapped around out of there. Pinballed around, and Childs comes up with it. Back to Mayfield. Devin lobs into the left wing for Williams. Back to Mayfield for 3 off the mark, left side. Rebound underneath. Jones throws it back off the glass with the left hand. Childs there with a putback. And Childs with 9 points. Calvary whipping it down, and Blake tried to save it behind his back to Mingo on the baseline, and he did. And Turneau with the basketball. Draws the double team high left side to
Dangerous pass.
Yeah. Back to Turneau. 2:52 to play here in the game.
Calvary needs to take good care of the ball because the Cairo kids have found their energy here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. And they did not find defense on that one as Yoakum came around his screen and went to the basket and good.
Olay! Gone by.
4 points for Yoakum.
There was no D there.
Yeah, back to an 11-point lead again for Calvary. Mayfield to Jones up top. Right side it goes. And a free try by Williams, no good. Jones there with a rebound and did the splits on the right side of the line, and that probably didn't feel too good. First-year head coach Richard McBride, the leader of the Cairo Pilots, and they got a lot of traveling to do this year.
A lot of traveling to do today.
Right.
Started the morning in DuQuoin. We'll head back there to play tonight.
And at the line, it's Mark Jones. They're going to travel to the post-game meal festivities first, grab a quick bite, and then get on the road for a 6 o'clock matchup tonight in DuQuoin. And the free throw by Jones was missed. Calvary maintains its 11-point lead. Yoakum for 3. Off the rim, no. Whitlock there with a putback, and the Pilots just do not have any answer for the size underneath.
20 points, 10 boards now for Clayton Whitlock of Calvary.
Jones with it for the Pilots, taking it to the baseline of the goal. No good. Off the window. I think there's a foul drawn under there. 1:50 to play. 13-point lead for the Saints, and it was an offensive foul. It was a loose ball foul on Cairo on the rebound. And Mingo at the line to our right. He has 16 in the game. And he's looked good on all the free throws that I've seen today. 3 of 3 for Colin Mingo at the line. He's a left-hander. Averages just over 6.5 rebounds a game, too. And he's perfect on the night. 18.
Surrounded by big men today.
Right.
We've got Colin Mingo, Clayton Whitlock, and the Cuffle brothers. They're everywhere, the big people.
Well, you're tall. I mean, how do you think I feel? And a lazy pass by Jones picked up by Yoakum, and he'll wisely slow it up as he crosses half court. Right side, Mingo looks inside to a cut. Could have gotten it to Whitlock. They pull it out. 1:29 to play. Calvary looking to run some clock up by 15. And inside Mingo, left it short. Whitlock there with a putback, good. Boy, it must be nice to be 6'8" on the basketball floor. Clayton Whitlock has 22 points. 70-53 now. This is the Saints' biggest lead of the game. Right side, Mayfield put it in from about 15 on the right wing.
Now, they did have a 21-point lead in the first half, but Cairo got it down to 7 at one point here in the second half before Calvary opened it up again.
16 points for Mayfield to put it in. Final minute of the game, 70-55. And Chernow weaving through traffic. Out front, Yoakum pushed, obviously, by Devin Mayfield to stop the clock. And it's the 10th team foul on Cairo. And at the line, to our right, it is Austin Yoakum.
Whitlock's going to lead him in scoring today and perhaps in rebounding, but our player of the game, the Athletic Care player of the game in this game, is going to be Colin Mingo. He has a double-double, 18 points, 10 rebounds, and the number I like is the 6 assists because Whitlock picked up 4 baskets at least, maybe 5, on good feeds from Mingo.
Yoakum made 1 of 2 at that trip to the line, 71-55. Right side, Williams for 3. Left it off the front of the iron, no good. And final 30 seconds of the game will tick off here, and Calvary will get their 5th win of the year. The Saints, who won their first 4 games and lost their lone game so far on the 30th, are back on the win column with a 71-55 win over the Cairo Pilots here at the 7th annual Sports Radio 1450 Shootout. Final score, 71-55, Calvary with a win. We'll take a timeout. Back in 3 minutes.
Christy, are you okay?
What? I think so.
What happened? You just passed out.
I'm not sure. I was just reading about the no-fee mortgage loan from BOS. We could afford that house we love without paying all those fees. Adam, are you okay? Adam!
With our no-fee mortgage loan, you can close or refinance a mortgage without paying an appraisal or any other fees at closing. Stop by a BOS branch for more details or visit bankwithbos.com. Get more bank for your buck at BOS. All loans subject to credit approval. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Before you make a commitment to do home repairs, remember, don't be fooled by people who suddenly pop up in the siding and roofing business. There's nothing that conjures up more headaches and lawsuits like botched home repairs. Only the best get the job done right the first time. Call Carpenters Local 16 for a free list of names of those that you can trust. Since 1888, Carpenters Local 16 has worked for the people of Central Illinois. Put them to work for you. For a list of Carpenters Local 16 contractors, call Jeff Burnett.
Quitting time, Baxter, but I need this report copy.
I can still do this, Mr. Featherstein.
But aren't you going to the game tonight? Oh, and that's filing on the table.
Yes, sir, I can still do this.
What about supper? And I need this inventory collated.
I can still do this, sir. I'll phone the Sunrise Cafe.
2nd and South Grand?
Yes, sir, for one of Hamburger Dan's great hamburgers, those amazing grilled onions.
And this production order needs processing.
I can still do this and pick it up at the drive-thru and still make the game.
Great. Now, if you'll just empty the trash.
I can still do this, Mr. Featherstein.
Because you want more. Lincoln Land Community College. Register now for spring classes at LLCC. More programs. More programs. More opportunities. More opportunities. More activities. More activities. More choices. More choices. And more money left over for the other parts of your life. Register now for spring classes at LLCC. Lincoln Land Community College. Visit llcc.edu.
I walked into the center, and all I saw were basketball players and fans. I was flummoxed.
Can I help you, sir?
Yeah, where's the shootout?
It's going on right now, a basketball shootout.
Then, like a hook shot from George Mikan, it hit me. Mid-America Advertising. Billboards. They ensure that you get the right message.
Sir, if you want to stay and watch the shootout, you'll have to buy a ticket.
That's fine. Hold my 100% lead bulletproof vest for me, doll.
Take the drama out of your advertising. Call Mid-America Advertising. Mid-America Advertising. The billboard people. Period.
You know, Lindsay, one of the best things about Staff Carpet is that we have flooring to meet any budget from affordable to exceptional.
Budget? What's that?
It means you can't spend more than your allowance, Lindsay.
Not spend more than my allowance? Then a budget is a bad thing.
No, at Staff Carpet, a budget is a good thing because we can work with any budget to help people have the beautiful flooring they want.
Staff Carpet has Anso nylon on sale starting at $122 a square foot. A huge Anso inventory is ready to go at Staff Carpet.
Staff Carpet! Approaching, your schedule just shifted to high gear again. Starcrest Cleaners understands busy. That's why they've designed their 2 locations with a drive-thru. And to really lighten the load, they're open 7 days a week, even on Sundays. Save even more time with same-day service. Now, with your dry cleaning checked off your list, you can tend to the other things. Starcrest Cleaners, designed to save you time so you can enjoy what's important, your family. Behind Toys R Us on White Oaks Drive and in Prairie Crossing.
Back of the center on Sports Radio 1450, live coverage of the Sports Radio 1450 Athletic Hair Shootout. First game done, and a win for Springfield Calvary. Calvary a winner over Cairo today by a score of 71-55.